Welcome to Spotlight New England. I'm one of your co-hosts, Audrey McClelland.
And I'm Ashley Erling.
So, summertime, summer hair.
Yes.
It is a topic we talk about a lot.
Let's talk about it because you know I'm on a little bit of a hair journey right now.
Yes.
I like to tell everyone I'm on a bit of a hair journey.
It's a big journey.
Well, I'm trying to just grow it out a little bit.
Yes.
Just a tiny bit.
Does your hair grow fast?
Not in the least. My hair doesn't grow at all, really, I would say. So that's why it's a journey. And it's doing that thing right now where it's like the length where it's awkward.
Yeah. It looks great, though. You look great with short hair.
I want my hair, I want to cut it again, but I want just a little bit of length for the wedding.
Yes.
So I have options of what I can do. But this is killing me because I just don't. It's just not exactly where I want it right now, but it's a journey. We're going to see what happens.
Right.
So I'm very into hearing about hair care right now because I typically I wouldn't say hair is like my thing. Like I'm not usually that into it.
Yeah. And I love like any kind of hair thing. Like Ashley is a true best friend. Remember the day I messaged you and I was like, my hair is like, my hair is dark and it's short. And I came in and you're like, it's not dark.
I was like, also, I think it looks better than ever, but fine, whatever. We like things the way we like things. I always have this microphone and I talk too much with my hands.
No, I love that I love that you talk with your hands. But one thing that so I added hair extensions in maybe 3 months ago because my hair stopped growing and it really did. And they did say that like every 7 years, your hair changes with like hormones and I'm going through like perimenopause. I don't want to talk about that yet or anything.
That'll be for another episode.
All another episode. But your body does change and it makes sense that your hair changes with it.
Of course.
So I have gone to Joyce at Rejoice Salon for goodness, probably like 13 years now.
Oh my gosh.
So I had her give us some hair tips for the summer because it is true. Like, and we live with 4 seasons and your hair needs to be treated differently, as crazy as it sounds, but with each season. Yeah. So she gave us some hair tips specifically for the summer season. So here's Joyce giving us some tips. Doing my hair for, my goodness, 13 years now. So Joyce, what are some great summer hair tips?
I always tell my clients at Rejoice Salon Spa to remember the acronym HSH. Hydration, sun protection, and heat protection. Those are the 3 main things that everyone needs. Hydration for your body and your hair. Drink lots of water because internally everything comes out externally. Always buy a hydrating shampoo with moisture. That's always very important. Also, if you're in the sun, sun protection, because wearing a hat will also protect your scalp from any burning, but it will also protect your color. And lastly, heat protection. Everyone wants to use a flat iron, a curling iron. Sometimes it's best to maybe add some leave-in conditioner, use a heat protectant, and maybe just slick your hair back in the summer with some conditioner and give your hair a little bit of a break. That's my 3 tips for the summer.
Perfect. Thanks, Joy. So HSH.
Yeah. I like it. And you know what? I like the last tip too of with it being summer, you can slick your hair back and kind of give it a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
I do like doing that. I hate blow drying my hair. But
Yeah,
I do it a lot because mine doesn't. I have the type of hair that doesn't. It just doesn't look good if I don't blow dry it.
Right, so you need to make sure you blow dry it. And like Joyce was saying, and like we chit chatted off camera too, but like to your point, the hair dryer is like one of the worst things that you can do in the summer too, because you're already getting so much heat on your head with the sun, which we can't obviously like unless you're going out with a hat on.
Yeah.
Like we're out and about.
Yeah.
On these sunny days, you can feel it on your scalp like pretty hard. So that is something that you should be doing. Like slick it back, look cool, start like a trend.
Yeah,
I don't. Great with your hair
I don't
back.
know if I do, but I enjoy doing it when I'm like not on camera. I don't really.
I can't place you with your hair back. Have I ever seen you with your hair back?
Well, I do the headband thing and
but like even like
a low pony.
Oh, okay.
But I have short hair, so I don't really wear it like back,
Right, so we need Ashley to slick that hair back with some, but also too like the hydration piece of it.
Yeah, that's important.
Everyone always says you make sure, and the hydration shampoo. I never do that in the summer, and she's always like, you really should be in the summer changing it up a bit.
I did just buy new shampoo,
and
conditioner, and a hair mask. I really am on a journey. I'm on a journey.
This journey, we have to like stop at every little chapter to like update us. But no, hair care, it's real. You should be thinking about it. And two, my kids always make fun of me when they go to the beach. I always have them put like sunblock on their scalp too.
No, that's so
true. Because this gets burned. They have light hair. If you have light hair, it can really get in your ears.
Your ears.
We sound like true older ladies now. And your ears. Oh, but we do have a great show for you today. Our next guest is someone that we've known, oh my goodness, for a few years now.
She's been on a journey of her own.
I was just gonna say this is
Oh,
why
okay.
this is why we do this together. And we're gonna talk about her journey coming up next. We are live with one of our favorite guests over here. Now, this is what I have to say about this next guest. So, Samantha Bowen, who I love, Sammy. You have been with us for, goodness, we've known you now for a few years now. And this is what I love about you. Every time you come here, you come with first of all, she came with a gift today.
I know.
Which was amazing. Who comes with gifts? We love the little gifts, but not only that, you are someone that's always, you're just always so giving. You always give it to other people. If we say, even just now we're talking, we love your jacket. She said, Ashley, well, you can borrow it whenever you want. That is truly how you are as a human being. And we've known you from your pageant world, which you started, we were just telling us when you were 17 years old.
Yeah.
But we wanted you to come today talk about this new venture that you just started called the Hot Health. You're doing it with somebody else as well.
Yes, my friend Danielle Kennedy and I decided to start a resource for women who are looking for beauty, wellness, fitness, health resources in Rhode Island. We saw that there was kind of a lack of it. A lot of food bloggers, which not knocking on the food blogs, love them, but we wanted to attract women to take care of themselves because at some point we are giving. We always give to others, to our kids, to our friends, but we often forget to take care of ourselves. So we're hoping to encourage people to take a step back and give themselves some self-love.
You're doing
love that.
such a great job with the account, and we're going to get into that a little bit more in a few minutes. But I want to know more about what got you here because you have been doing an incredible job. I know that, you've been really focusing on your own health. So maybe take us on that journey with you a little bit and how you decided to start doing all of this.
Well, it was actually a health scare. So I was always pretty fit, and then I went through a really difficult loss of my grandmother who I was really close with. As people can know who have gone through loss, dealing with estates, all of that, it can take a toll. So I kind of turned to food as comfort, and then it got to the point where my doctor was like, you might be pre-diabetic. I was pushing 190 pounds, and I was like, okay, this isn't me. I don't feel good in what I'm wearing. I felt self-conscious. So I decided I was going to take my health in my hands, and I worked with the Miss Rhode Island trainer who I knew for years, and he gave me a great nutrition plan and workout plan. And then I also incorporate Pilates and tennis. So it's been a journey. It's not something that happened overnight. It took a really long time. But I joked around with Audrey whenever I come on the Roadie Roundup, you can kind of see me my journey happening.
You can.
But
it must feel good for you too because when you start your journey, and I know my husband has gone up and down with his weight throughout the years, and he's often said to me, and tell me if you felt this way, when you start to see results and you start to actually, somebody else says something to you wow, you look great. He said it really does help motivate you to keep going. He goes, but it starts with you. You have to make the decision on your own because it starts in here. That's where it begins.
It's true. And I think too, for me, it was also not only finding the people to help support me, but also understanding my body. So I have some GERD issues and things like that. So I learned what I could eat, what I couldn't eat. And now that's really helped me to feel my best.
And you've been going along and, doing this, but in just the past few weeks, you really have done so much because you ended up doing Miss Rhode Island. Tell us more about doing Miss Rhode Island.
Well, so I decided to do this because I saw a meme one day that said, if you could tell your younger self something, what would it be? So when I was in my late 20s, I wanted to compete, but unfortunately I was in an unhealthy relationship that was abusive emotionally and physically. So the year I was ready to compete after getting through that, I was actually too old. There used to be an age cap. So when the Miss Universe organization let go of the age cap and now any woman at any age can compete, which I think is so empowering, I saw that meme and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for her. I'm going to do it for me. And I had the absolute best time. The girls were amazing. I got voted Miss Congeniality.
I love that because that's so you.
It's a big deal.
That is so you. When I saw you post that you won that, I was like, yes, Sammy. That is you.
Well, I definitely was backstage helping everyone with the butt glue. And
see, everyone needs a hype girl.
Yeah, I will say that's what I always joke around. I'm a professional hype girl, and I think more women should hype each other up. That vibe when you go to the bathroom and you're like, I love this. Where's it from? And you're like, it's like another dimension. Like people are so nice in the bathroom.
Yes.
I'm like hoping to spread that throughout our state.
I love it.
I love that. And it seems like you are now. So tell us, like, what made you want to start the Hot Health? Like, what, I mean, that's a big undertaking. You're creating content.
Yeah.
Ashley and I were on your account the other day.
I
and you were
literally, I
creating
was
so
I
much
couldn't wait
content
for you to come in today because I'm gonna like write a list of everything that you've been doing because you're doing such a good job with your content. But
Yes.
you look amazing. I don't know your friend that you do it with,
Danielle.
but she seems like she has got it all together. I'm like,
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
you two are doing,
Thank you.
sign me right up.
Yes.
Well, so Danielle, she's a mom of 2, so she's busy with the kiddos today. But I think that's also like I'm definitely a single bachelorette, but we have so we are able to attract a wide audience because we're at different stages of our lives, and the idea came to me because I didn't see these type of accounts, and I was always like, where should I get this or that? And we've been in each other's DMs,
Yep.
Ashley, of like, oh my God, what's this? Where are you going? And
Literally,
just, like
all the time. I'm
Yeah.
like, where is that? Where are you going? What are you doing?
And I'm like, where did you get that outfit? And I was like, let's just and so I thought, like, why not, post not just on my story what I'm doing and answering, but provide this as a resource. So, and then I got to talking at Pilates at a Miss Petite Pilates class with my friend Danielle, and she was like, oh, I am doing content creation now, and we just kind of linked up and did it, and it's been amazing. It boomed really quickly. In 2 months we got up to like 1,300 followers, and it's like the little engine that could.
Yep.
And just it's been so supportive and fun, and it's also wild. Like I'm doing a fencing class soon, like so there's nothing I'm not doing.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
awesome.
And I love too that like you're not a gatekeeper.
No.
That's the first thing that, we know about you anyway, but you can tell by your content. I mean, I know that you got Ashley and I into Pilates.
Yeah.
And immediately you were like, 4-1 moves. Like, you don't
Yes.
gatekeep information. And so I love that you are opening it up, all your content, letting
Yeah.
people really into what you're
And
doing.
I love 401 Moves. It's one of my favorite places. They just threw this amazing birthday party for me on Sunday. So shout out
I
to Erin
saw
for
the
thanking me. It was
pictures
so
out
all those
cute.
balloons.
Oh yeah, I told her. She asked me my favorite colors, and like I said lilac or cheetah, and she made it work, as you can see today. But and there's an hour class for everyone, so I really enjoy going there. I tell everyone who follows our account, if you see us, please say hi. Like, we want to create a community, and then we actually go in and all of the partners we work with for the businesses, we will invite them to do other activities with us. If there's a private showing at a spa, we'll invite them to join because we want the business owners to connect as well.
Yeah, so
and to really
smart.
create this community.
That's such a great
love
idea.
that.
But going back to Pilates for a minute, since you have me hooked now.
I know. Once you start, you can't stop.
Well, so what I love about it is I just like don't dread going. I don't know how else to say it. Like I think a lot of time I've been on so many different done so many different things throughout the years, and my weights always fluctuate. I'm sure it always will. It's just like how my body is, but
It's how women are.
I've always
Yeah.
enjoyed classes more so than going to the gym on my own. And so for, a while I would do different things and I would really enjoy it. But I'm loving Pilates because it almost feels like, I don't know, like it's more calm or something. So I don't feel so like nervous to go. And it's really like almost like a more, I don't know, peaceful kind of a
Yeah.
workout. But what do you love about it? Why did this become kind of like one of the things that's your go-to?
So for me, it's a few things. I try to do yoga and I will do it, but I have very bad ADD. So my brain, I will start thinking about my grocery list and like other things that like to-dos, like going to the bank. So it's really hard for me to quiet my brain. I do it for stretching purposes, and it's a challenge. But with Pilates, because you're so focused on form and engaging your core and making sure the movements are accurate, it's kind of like like dancing, like that. My mind just goes blank, and I'm focused. I'm in the moment. It's calming. There's great classes that you're working not only on mobility and core strength, but you're working on flexibility. So it kind of hits everything. I do think that incorporating like cardio or weightlifting is the perfect chef's kiss if you're going to practice Pilates.
Yeah.
And there's so many like avenues. You could do mat, you can do reformer, there's Cadillac. There's just something for
What's
everyone.
Cadillac?
I've never heard of Cadillac.
is like this giant apparatus machine, and you can like, it's kind of like circusy.
Oh my God.
Oh, I've
give
seen
you
one of
some
those.
info.
I've never done
think
it, but I've seen one of those.
Yeah, there's
know what that
chair,
one
and it's in some of the things as we age. I think, and I'm not a Pilates instructor, so I can't say.
No, but
everything
you
to a
you
T.
go
I'm
and you
enjoying
enjoy it.
You know
But
enough.
it is like your mobility in your hips is bending down, is all these things. So as we age, these things are addressed in Pilates. And I did break in that unfortunate relationship in the past. And the reason I couldn't compete in Miss Rhode Island when I was younger was I broke my pelvis. And so it's helped me a lot with that injury. Even years later, I will have kind of shifting or like weight distribution issues. So me going back to even doing that on stage and wearing 6-inch heels was a challenge because I was reteaching myself
Looking
balance.
amazing.
Oh, thank you.
No,
I
you
was
really
like, okay, Sammy, you look
But thank you. It was
fantastic.
so fun. But so Pilates has really helped me, and I didn't even realize, like, you don't realize what it does to your body until you're like in real life, like bending down or like doing something. You're like, oh, that was easy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I'm still working on that.
No, I will say, because when I had 2 C-sections, and the first thing that, I noticed after I had Victoria was that my abs did not fuse together. So I think it's called like diastasis recti, and surgery takes care of it. But they also said, working out can, like doing like a Pilates, doing, specific exercises. And I did notice very early on that Pilates seemed to be helping my stomach. I mean,
Yes.
simple things. My back will always hurt trying to do a plank. And I remember them saying, because your abs are not fused together. There was like a 2-inch gap. And that can be very painful. So, I mean, even things like that, it really does help.
And I also think it's a great community of women who do practice at so many different studios. And we've featured, Studio 22. There's so many more that I can't think of.
No,
off the
you
top
guys
of my
really
head.
like try a
Because
lot of different spots.
Yeah, we try not just fitness, like we do beauty and med spas.
Yeah.
We really think that everyone has an opportunity to shine in a spotlight. Everyone is different. We are not exclusive. We do have a high set of what we call our pillars or standards that we make sure that we are reaching, whether it's like making sure they're certified and their reviews and like enjoyment, and if everyone's like, well, what if you don't like something? We just don't share it.
Yeah,
it's that
right.
simple.
But I'm not going to
Bash
say anything
anything.
negative
Yeah.
or anything.
Right.
It's just we don't share it.
Yeah.
And so I think that's very important, just being celebrative and lifting and just supporting other
Yeah.
women. And I think that's why Pilates is also great. I'm not trying to deter men from it. But you'll definitely see it's more of a female base. And there's women that are in class that are prenatal, postnatal, that are, Danielle started getting back into it. She has a 6-month-old at home, and she's, she had a post cesarean and is doing it to help her health. And she looks incredible if you check her out on our page. But so it's really, it can help people at any stage, and there's modifications too.
What are some other places and things you've tried that are kind of like featured on your page that people can see if they go to your page? Because we did talk a lot about Pilates, but you've been doing so many different things, some really
Yes.
cool things, some things I've never heard of. Like
We've done we have a lot of upcoming things too, but we've done we've gotten our makeup done by Erica Wright of Glam Done Right. That's coming, she's a master at her craft.
someone else mentioned her to me too.
She's amazing. I know you're getting married soon. I highly recommend.
I was gonna say I might have to ask you for
Yes.
her contact info because I have not figured out the makeup
Yes,
yet.
I would say also finding the right spray tan. We work because Danielle's works at home and is taking care of her kids. She does a lot of the mobile services. So we've done some med spas where it's been Botox or in like tips on where to get it or how much is too much. And then we've done even body cavitation and lymphatic draining massages, which you messaged.
Super interested in lymphatic
You want
draining.
that,
Yeah,
yes.
which
I wanna know all about
I did a
it.
couple of those before Miss Rhode Island, and it really did help. And it's a
Yes.
practice I'm going to continue to do, and we're
I am
sharing
trying that one.
I
Telling you
highly
right now,
recommend. I
Audrey.
can send you. There's a couple places that we're trying, and we've gone also just to like health food places to like for nourishing our bodies. I really can't. There isn't anything that we haven't really tried yet. There's some things that are coming down. I just did last Thursday a collaboration with the International Tennis Hall of Fame.
Oh,
And my friend Carly, who's been on the
Oh,
show.
yeah, we love
Yeah.
Carly.
And as well as Hotel Viking. So we're doing kind of like more stay away, fit and play type things.
Great
that are
idea.
coming. So I spent my birthday playing tennis, which was so fun. So there's a lot coming and there's
Yeah.
a lot to do. It's just reminding yourself that we all had hobbies once. It wasn't just Netflix and binge. And like, what did you used to do? Did you used to dance? Did you play tennis? Did you go kayaking? Like, what do you enjoy? And getting out there and doing it.
I love that it's like, I don't want to, I mean, it's inspirational, but it's also something that, like you said, it's almost like a bucket list of things. I know, like we were talking last week about some of the stuff that you've been doing that we want to try, and you're like jotting stuff down. Trying to remember these things.
Guide.
Yeah, you really have. You're creating a great resource for women.
Yeah, and it's been so fun. And every month we do a giveaway. Usually when we hit certain milestones, and which help the businesses. And I just did a treatment of Morpheus 8, which is radio frequency. So there's a lot.
There's a lot.
So we do. It's like truly beauty, fitness, wellness. It's all the things you want to do. Maybe you're apprehensive to try or you're not sure of, and we're gonna give you the real.
You're gonna try them first, and then let us know.
Yeah, and it's stuff I was already doing. So
love it.
And it's helped my journey so much, and that's kind of what has incorporated is just self-love and loving myself. Continue on that path because we all start from square one, and even if you take step backs, like there's always tomorrow to try something new.
Oh, Sammy, I feel like we gotta have you on the regular to give us an update of stuff that we need to try.
That. And like you guys have to come with me to some classes.
You
haven't been able
tell
to
me
with our
when.
schedule.
I know.
Hey, you got us to Pilates.
A spa day.
Spa day.
I can always fit that in.
We love it.
You look amazing, and I know that
you.
you're feeling amazing. I can tell. So
Yes,
we're
I'm
so
feeling
happy
healthy.
for you.
I think that's the one
you
thing
look
I
great.
say is try to practice more. Not you look amazing, but you look healthy.
You look You're shining.
Fake glowing.
Yeah, you are. You are. You really
and
are.
You both are too. It's that Pilates.
It's not hurting. I
It's
can
the
tell you that
bronzer.
right now. Yeah, bronzer too.
Bronzer doesn't hurt. But thank you so much, Sammy,
Thank you
for being on
having
with
me
us.
and just being
We
a part
adore
of my
you.
journey. I adore you both. Thank you.
No, it was great. And of course, we'll have all the information too. We could find obviously Samantha over at the Hot Health and Danielle too.
Yeah.
And make sure you give them a follow because this really is a great resource for you to just see what's going on in Rhode Island. And stick around because we have some more coming for you from Spotlight New England.
Welcome back to Spotlight New England. I love it. I have to say what you just said in the break because we were talking about figuring out times and math. And
Abby's a genius at it.
well, no.
I am not.
Far from it. But you said the only thing I could figure out is 20% off of 100.
That's it.
Right, because like, well,
$80.
but in my mind, that's like because it's on sale.
It's on
right?
sale, yes, or 50% off.
Is right, 10%, 20%.
You and I can do sales like no one's
That's
business.
it. That's all.
We really can.
all I can do.
Actually, it's 60% off at 35.
Well,
You
girl
can get
math,
it.
we're
Girl
like
math.
it's free. It's free. But like one of the things we love doing, we've said it a million times, is shopping, obviously. So last week we actually headed to one of our favorite boutiques locally here, which is Tyler Bow down in Newport, and we love going there. We both have several things from Tyler Bow, and so it's actually this great local company. Their flagship store is here in Newport. However, they are sold in boutiques across the country. I know when I go down to South Carolina a lot.
Right.
I see her dresses everywhere in all the boutiques down there.
They would be great in South Carolina.
Yeah, they do very well.
Beautiful,
very well
think,
in
like
South
Southern
Carolina.
dresses,
So we went and visited the store, and Tyler, there is an actual Tyler who
There is Tyler.
Who runs Tyler Bow, and we love it there. And so we went to go visit, which was great. And they always have such great styles, and they're right out on Banisters. Is their
it's like the perfect location.
Store. Yeah,
it's the perfect location. And Tyler is always she's so well dressed all the time, as she should be, right? Being an owner of obviously a clothing brand. But I have to say, it's funny because I was talking to my mother about this. There's something for every age and body shape.
It's timeless.
It really is, and it's very exactly. It's a great way to describe it, timeless. And I do appreciate that Tyler thinks of that. She wants to dress. I mean, just even you could tell right now quickly on some of the dresses. I mean, you literally could. There's something for everyone, and I just love that about her. I love it.
I love the colors and the prints. I'm a print girl.
You are a print girl.
So I always love that, and we love Tyler. We love this little company, and she always is so generous. She connects with everyone.
She really is.
It's a great store. If you're looking for somewhere to go shopping in the next few weeks, she always has great stuff and is bringing new stuff in.
I love it. Well, thanks for joining us today on Spotlight New England. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Had a lot of fun today with the show. We just love that you joined us.
See you next time.